This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And that's what's going to happen. No, you're going to be very happy with me. You're going to be so happy. You're going to say he's the greatest guy.
Hi friends, welcome back. So that was Donald Trump speaking at the Bitcoin Conference 2024 in Nashville, Tennessee. And this is the headline today. Trump proposes, get this, strategic national crypto stockpile and is telling everyone never sell your Bitcoin. So I guess the USA is going to be storing this stuff. We're going to be hoarding it and riding Bitcoin all the way to the moon. And if you're ever curious, which country is going to be the Bitcoin capital of the world? I guess it's going to be USA. That's the world that we're going into. And you know, for those of you who are in Nashville, you're witnessing history. I can't keep a straight face when I talk about this stuff. I mean, you know, I already knew we were in a clown world, but did I know could it get even more clownier? It is. The thing about this stuff, guys, and this is the question I honestly ask you. Do you think Mr. Trump, you know, Mr. Kennedy, Saylor, do you think Kathy Wood, right, the Rumble dude, Snowden, do you think they're all like big believers in crypto and they all read all the white papers and they know all the technology? Do you really think that? I mean, you know, for me, I think these people, they just think, you know what, if I can get dollars from, you know, whatever fools out there will give me dollars, I'll take it, right? So for example, if you want to go see Trump and his buddies at the Bitcoin conference and sit at the head table there, this was like the round table VIP thing, right? $844,000 and 600, or I should say 845,000 roughly, right? And if you want to get a photo, $60,000 single, $100,000 for a couple. And it's not just Trump. You can get your photo with JD, Vivek's there, and Tulsi's there as well. These are all the internet popular politicians. This was the invitation. I showed this before, but I mean, now that I actually see him speaking at the thing, I mean, he's like, I thought maybe he would just kind of show up and just do like the regular campaign stuff, but he's just like showing up and talking about Trump here. He's like showing up and like, yo, crypto capital, and I'm going to fire Gary Gensler, and we're going to get the feds off your back, and we're going to deregulate everything. We're going to be awesome. And, you know, does anyone believe this stuff that like, I mean, meaning that, does anyone believe that Trump actually believes any of the stuff that he says? Maybe there are people out there who do, and maybe it's irrelevant, right? Maybe all that matters is that as long as, you know, you pay off whatever politician and they do what you want, and then your crypto goes to the moon. I mean, I guess that all that matters. It's going on in El Salvador, and I guess Trump and his team is like, well, I mean, we can't let El Salvador pass this. We got to make America great and Bitcoin great again. And to be honest, guys, it's not just your Trump people. If you remember Miami, they wanted to be a crypto hub, and they had conferences down there, et cetera. I remember all the major, you know, players at that time were going. That was just last year, the last couple of years. And true story, the city that I live in Busan, Korea, they claimed a couple years, this was September 21st, 2023, that they wanted to be a blockchain city for real. And so basically what cities do, you know, whether or not they believe in this stuff, I think it's irrelevant, because I can just tell you, a lot of these politicians, they just like, hey, there's all these new companies. They just look at it as this business, right? There's all these new companies popping up. Let's, you know, give them tax breaks and they'll move in and occupy our office space, etc. But, you know, how long can this stuff go on? And I recommend this movie several times. I'll just recommend it again. It's on Netflix. It's called Bitcoin. It's a documentary, and it kind of goes over the insides of a crypto company. Take a look at it for yourself. Please do, because I just want you guys to see like how this game is played. You know, there's these people on the sort of the, I try to say, like the advertising marketing end, and they just tell you how awesome everything is and how great the tech's going to be. But on the inside, I mean, they're just taking your money and laughing at you, and then just trying to keep the charade as long as it can go. And that's kind of the question. I mean, are we witnessing history, and in what way? And the guys, I get it. There's people out there, and you don't know, and especially in the crypto space, the people who comment are these bot commenters or these real commenters. Who knows? The one thing I will say is that yes, it is true. There are some people who are like really do believe in this stuff. Do they believe in it in the sense of like they really believe in the technology? It's awesome, or that they believe in the stuff that I think most people do is that I don't know what the heck these doggy coins are, but all I do is I see my balance go up, and when it hits whatever target I'm going to sell, or whatever doggy coin that you're in, you're down, I don't know, 70% of your money, and you're just waiting for it to come back, and so you spend all day trying to pump it up, right? Be honest, that's what a lot of people are doing. I would like to hear though, guys. I mean, I'm curious generally. Are there other countries or politicians, because we have an international audience that watches this, like in your country, be it Australia or Germany or the UK, South Africa? I don't know. Are there other politicians out there that are like pushing crypto as hard as Mr. Trump was today? I hadn't seen something like that. And I want to play a little bit more. Have a listen.
Think of that. It's already bigger than ExxonMobil. Soon it will be surpassing the entire market cap of silver. It's not bad. How about gold? How about gold? Let's go gold. And one day it probably will overtake gold, but based on the way it's going now, it could very well be a possibility. There's never been anything like it, and I don't think you've ever seen anything like it. And most people have no idea what the hell it is. You know that, right? So what happens when they figure it out? That's going to really be something.
So you can hear he's all in on crypto. I guess it's going to be worth more than gold now. and he was claiming that Biden and Kamala Harris are on the anti-crypto crusade, and that this is a quote from Trump here from the speech. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. And then here he says here, the rules will be written by people who love your industry, not hate your industry. And the reason why this stuff matters, if you understand how politics work, is that essentially what you do is you bribe whatever politician that you want to have influence on, and then you write the rules. That's how this game is played. And even says here from Trump, it says he pledged to create a, quote, Bitcoin and crypto presidential advisory council. And then what you're trying to do is you're trying to buy a seat on said council. And again, you're trying to write your own rules. He made this weird thing about like telling people if you don't vote for me, the other party, the Democrats, are going to come and essentially kind of arrest all you, be really, really vicious, and you're all going to be gone. And then he started going off about like, the government's against me as well, and I'm going to be gone. And and so in that regard, it's funny because I was thinking about like how he can relate to people like, say, Mr. Musk, like, oh, I hate it when the feds are on me, and the crypto people like, oh yeah, get those feds off my back. But that's what this kind of people are all about is deregulation, right? Removing the regulators and stuff. And I understand some people are all about that. They want to live in this sort of lawless world where any doggy coins can do whatever they want. But that's the fundamental question is like, do we want to legalize gambling? Essentially, what it is. For the public. That's what we're talking about here, and all of the ramifications that go on with that. From a politician point of view, one point of view, you could say, well, yes, let's legalize all the crypto, all the gambling ever, and just make sure that we tax it, right? And that's it, and let people lose all of their money. The issue would be, like, I'll just give you an example, a couple ways to think about this. The issue would be, okay, so let's say we completely deregulate all of this stuff, right? And because regulations are vicious, etc. So if a crypto company then scams you, then we would say it is your responsibility that you lost all your money to a crypto scam. Because the problem is that if too many people get scammed, you'll get all these people saying, well, why didn't you protect me? Why didn't you put in fail safes, these kind of things, right? Do you guys understand the issue is? So and everyone's gonna have a different point of view on that. Some people say, yes, let people lose all their money. Some people say, well, you should have protected me, and we should have fail safes in place. Think of it this way, guys. If I put a fraudulent business, say on Main Street, right, just right out in the center of town, and my fraudulent business sells bunny coins, right? And I give you a piece of paper and I say, you can have this bunny coin. This is your contract for said bunny coin. And you're like, oh yes, I got this paper for bunny coin. And then you come back to my business and I say, oh, I never have any record of your bunny coin. It's I don't know what you're talking about. And basically I just take your money and run away. and then from a logical perspective, the person would be like, well, how could the government ever even let this fraudulent company exist? And that's kind of the thing that I want you to think about just philosophically. Should we allow fraudulent companies to exist? So my opinion is I think a lot of these crypto things are fraudulent, and I wouldn't touch any of this stuff. I personally, this whole Bitcoin stuff is just like this big pyramid / Ponzi. I understand some people really like it, and the other thing too, the people who really like it, they usually say they want to get make Bitcoin great again, right? But they want to get the government and the feds off their back, and they don't want that fiat currency to control the world. But how is that going to work when you have governments literally getting involved and Wall Street getting involved in crypto? Like, isn't that opposite of what you wanted? It's kind of weird. According to Trump here, he says this is the steel industry of 100 years ago. This is what he's saying. Crypto capital, right? Makes the United States crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world.
That's why I'm proud to be the first major party nominee in American history to accept donations in Bitcoin and crypto. And they've made a lot of them, I might tell you, and I appreciate it. Since we made that announcement on May 21st, we have already raised $25 million, much of it in Bitcoin, crypto, and others that are very, very good also.
I actually went to Trump because if you don't know this, he sells NFTs. If you want a Trump NFT, you can get it. I guess they sold out of Series 3, whatever that means. $99 Trump NFT digital trading cards. This is the mugshot edition. This is the same guy also selling you gold shoes. And I mean, isn't this obvious, guys? This is a clown world. Isn't it obvious? But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if we're all in it, right? If we're all in the clown world, might as well embrace the clowns. So funny thing is, this was actually in 2021. He called in the Fox News and he said that Bitcoin seems like a scam and that it should be regulated very, very high. What changed with Bitcoin and Mr. Trump? Well, he had a closed door meeting with all of the Bitcoin buddies. So this would be your Riot, your Marathon, TerraWolf, CleanSpark, Core Scientific, Acron, Chola, I guess you'd say, and Exacore. So these are basically all your Bitcoin miners. And then he came out of the meeting with a changed man. This is some quotes here. It says here, our industry intends to make Bitcoin and crypto a defining issue for the 2024 election. That's according to one of the Bitcoin people. As an industry, we are committed to raising 100 million, and this is money, dollars, and turning out more than 5 million votes for Trump re-election effort. And then when Trump heard that, right, this is what actually Trump put out on his social media. He said, vote for Trump. This is after he had that meeting, I guess. And he says, Bitcoin mining may be our last defense against the CBDC, so that'd be a central bank digital currency. Biden's hatred of Bitcoin only helps China, Russia, and the radical left, our communist left, that is. We all want the remaining Bitcoin to be made in USA. It will help us be energy dominant. So that was according to Trump of suddenly why the turn in Bitcoin point of view. And I'm just telling you, it has to do with they told them, hey, we can get you a bunch of money and we get you a bunch of votes. Oh, okay, great. I love Bitcoin. That's how it works, guys. And it's like, and it's funny when he mentioned the energy thing, I was thinking, I wonder, and I want to pose this question to you. I wonder if Trump and Mr. Musk here with that 45 million pledge thing, I wonder if it's not actually about Tesla cars. So at first I was thinking it was SpaceX, right? Mr. Trump, I give you a bunch of money. You get me a bunch of contracts for SpaceX. And I'm like, okay, fine. But what if it's also with Bitcoin mining and energy? For all we know, Musk is going to have the largest, Bitcoin mining and energy for Bitcoin in the world, and will be all done in USA. For real, this is the world we live in. And the funniest crap is that it'll happen. All of the Musk fanboys and fangirls, they'll start going, oh yeah, Musk is awesome. Forget about cars. Cars is the past already. Forget about cars. Now it's going to be robotaxi, Bitcoin, energy mining, doggy stuff, right? And then Musk every day will tweet out Dogecoin memes, and then that's what all the kids will be buying. The craziest thing that too is even if Trump doesn't win, Harris is already looking into the crypto stuff. For real. So I guess according to this, she called up Mark Cuban and said, hey, what do you know about crypto? We see that Trump's getting a bunch of money from crypto. We like some of that crypto money. I guess Cuban talked to them. And then ultimately, though, the Harris people decided not to show up at the Bitcoin convention. But there are reports that she wants to meet with the company. So you can be the judge of that. I mean, and this is like I say, I think any of these people, when they see like, hey, there's enough fools out there that want to buy into this stuff and that will give us money. It doesn't matter if she knows what any of this stuff is. It doesn't matter if Trump or any of these people that show up at the conference and know what any of this stuff is. I think all they're thinking is the dollars that come into their accounts from people who either believe in it or just want to pump the Ponzi. That's my thoughts and stuff. I know it makes people upset when I talk about Ponzi with Bitcoin and crypto, but I don't think. Well, how about this? I'll put it this way: we either live in the clown world forever, right? And then I guess I have to accept it, or one day it all pops and a lot of people lose a lot of money. And I'd like to hear your thoughts. Is USA going to be the capital of Bitcoin crypto? Is it time for people to just jump on board or is this just like the biggest scam in history, which it could be, maybe bigger than Tesla perhaps. So anyway, I want to hear your thoughts on this stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.